My report is on the antibiotic crisis that the world is now facing. A little bit about the history of antibiotics is they were discovered by Andrew Fleming in 1928. He left a petri dish in his lab in a Scottish college, and after he left the petri dish there, mold got on it. He found that the mold cured the bacteria that was inside the petri dish. That's where antibiotics started from. After refinement, the medicine was used to treat a patient with an infection. The patient did end up dying, but only running out of penicillin before he was fully cured. The term antibiotic means opposing life, which is fitting. So the lowdown on antibiotics. Antibiotics were the miracle drug of the 1940s. After World War II, they saved numerous lives. They cure infections that were once fatal, but they're no longer an issue, whether it's urinary tract infections or blood poisoning, anything. They've allowed for the medical field to grow. They've allowed for chemotherapy, organ transfer, and safer birth for women. Above that, they treat our livestock from infection that are currently an ailment to them. So, the bad stuff about it. Antibiotics are now not fixing all different infections. They're one of the most groundbreaking medicines of our age, but with the medical advancements that they allow, those advancements could be taken away. Humans are overusing them. When they try to cure a viral infection, they tell their doctor they need to have an antibiotic. They don't. Their body's going to cure it by themselves. They just need to wait it out. Above that, when a person has a bacteria infection and they don't take their proper medication, they don't take it to the term, they allow the strong parts of the infection to survive and then grow and reproduce once they're the only thing that's left over. The cattle nowadays are on a constant drip, and those antibiotics are being transferred to human and furthering this resistance issue. So superbugs are an issue. Has anybody heard of MRSA? MRSA's absolutely disgusting. I tried to find a picture of it, and you don't want to see it. It is a skin-eating disease. So don't Google it. It's really bad. MRSA has a talent to acquire resistant traits from other infections, from other microbes inside the body. So if it finds something that's resistant to one antibiotic, it can gain that resistance and pass it along, which is terrible because it's one of the few things, flesh-eating diseases no less, that can't be cured. So also, 700,000 people die each year of drug resistance from these illnesses, such as bacterial infections, malaria, HIV and AIDS, which you can't cure that, but that's another thing, and tuberculosis. Tuberculosis was once cured from the modern day world. It's just a third world problem, but it's becoming an issue in inner city communities that can't cure it. So, alternatives. What do we have? Well, we don't have much. There aren't any. There are old cures. There's witch hazel. There's whatever you want to try to use to cure an antibiotic, but it's usually just your body heading up against those infections. So they help fight it, but they don't kill it. Antibiotics kill them. So if we don't start taking care of them, we're going to lose them. That's terrible for the human race. If we don't respect them, we're going to lose them. So we need to start. Last but not least, like I said, we need to take care of them. This is important. The first antibiotic within 20 years was approved by the FDA this year. That's significant. We can't start establishing a new base of antibiotics because we don't have it. All the old ones are what we currently have, and few are becoming new. So we don't take care of them and we don't quit abusing them, we're going to lose them. We're going to lose all of that medical advancement, and we need it. So anyways, that's where I end it, and I appreciate you listening. Bye.